Welcome to Confident and Empowered, the Encourage Over Everything show, the soul charged space where main character energy isn't just a mindset, it's a movement. And this is for the woman who's ready to stop shrinking, stop performing, and start living her most aligned, expressed, and elevated life. I'm your host, Letitia Hopkins, life, love, and empowerment coach, here to help you activate the version of you who no longer waits to be chosen because she's already chosen herself. Okay? This isn't just self-help, it's a self-return. It's identity work, a love work, a leadership work, and it's personal. This is your show, your era, your main character moment. Let's make it legendary. There's this unseen weight you've been carrying, and I'm here to tell you forgiveness is freedom. But most women aren't just holding on to what others did to them. They're still carrying what they did to themselves, the choices, the moments they didn't speak up, the relationships they stayed in too long, and the mask that they wore, the version of themselves they abandoned. But you can't heal while you're still punishing yourself. This episode is your permission slip to let her go, to honor the girl who did the best she could with what she had, and to step into the woman who's ready to lead with love. You've been playing small long enough. It is time to speak life into your life. These aren't just your regular schmegular affirmations. They're your main character activations. Say it loud. I am the main character and I live it. Download your power affirmations in the show notes below. Hey friend, I hope this episode finds you with an open heart and willingness to grant yourself some grace. Have you ever found yourself replaying a moment from your past and thinking, how could I have let that happen? Why didn't I know better? I should have been stronger, wiser, or fill in the blank. But I say this to you with my hand on my heart. Sis, you were doing the best you could with what you had, and it's time to set her free. Let this episode contribute to your growth and evolution in a deeply healing way as we're diving into the unspoken truth. Sometimes you struggle to forgive others because you haven't fully forgiven yourself. From old relationships to missed red flags, moments you've abandoned yourself, or pain you carry from others. This is where you lay it all down. We are reclaiming self-worth in a major way, releasing shame and giving that past version of you the love she never stopped deserving. You are not broken. You are healing. And it's time to come back home to you and love yourself even more. I really want to dive deeper into forgiveness because one of the main reasons why people often struggle to forgive other people is because they can't forgive themselves. Sometimes the reason that you're holding on to resentment towards others is simply because you haven't yet forgiven yourself for being there. It's those questions you ask on repeat. How did I let that happen? Why didn't I say no? Or I should have known better. We think blaming ourselves will prevent it from happening again, but all it really does is hold us hostage to the past. And in our main character energy, the past is no longer a place we are willing to live. Friend, main characters don't self-punish, they self-love. I don't know where we have learned this pattern of behavior that says if you're hard on yourself, then you've earned the lesson. Or if you punish yourself more, then it makes up for what was done. You don't need to be so hard on yourself or shame yourself into change. There is another way. You don't need to replay the past on repeat to prove your pain was real. You are a human being living a human experience. But what happened isn't who you are, but who you choose to be now. That's your power. That version of you who made the decision, made the choice, or was left with no good choices at all, but you still had to make something shake. Forgive her. She was doing her best. Cut yourself some slack. Grant yourself some grace. What you know now, you didn't know at the time. And it's because of her and what she went through that you are standing strong today with a new level of discernment, with a new level of understanding and wisdom. You don't need to beat yourself up for that anymore. Love her and give her a hug because she was simply doing her best. Forgiveness is one of the main character power moves of all time. Forgiveness is not weakness, and it most certainly is not forgetfulness. It's not saying that was okay. It's not even saying that the person who hurt you deserves a place in your life still. You have the power to define people's access level to you. And it's not even saying that you have to beat yourself up until you feel like you've paid for whatever happened, as if that somehow is going to settle the score when it's not. It only beats you down further and diminishes the way that you see yourself, the way that you accept yourself, or the lack thereof. Forgiveness is simply saying, I deserve peace and I choose to stop abandoning myself now. When you can release that story that you were wrong, broken, naive, or too much, or fill in the blank with whatever it is that you feel that that story is saying about you. As soon as you can release that story, you can finally come back into your story as the hero you are born to be. Now, listen, I am all for a good underdog. I love me a good underdog. But that doesn't mean that that has to be your forever story. You're not meant to be the underdog in your story forever. You're actually meant to be the main character. And forgiveness is such a huge key to allow yourself to really step into the main character role you were always meant to be. Confidence isn't a vibe, it's a decision. Let's build it. You become confident by embodying it right now. And I've got just a tool to help you do exactly that. The main character confidence checklist is your free glow up guide to help you walk in rooms more confidently, speak up louder, and show up like the star you are. It's simple, it's powerful, and it works because confidence isn't about faking it. It's about remembering who you are. Download the checklist now using the link in show notes, and baby, don't just check the boxes, own them. Now, it wouldn't be right if I didn't give you a good two-step up and through here. You know I love me a good self-love two-step. Why? Because everybody can do two steps, and it always gets the party started. Step one, I want you to create a weekly forgiveness flow. This is your new ritual to practice forgiveness every single week. Light a candle, set the mood, really create a sacred space for this practice and ask yourself, what am I still carrying that no longer serves me? Journal this out and even write a letter to the version of yourself or even someone else that needs forgiveness. Start your letter with, you didn't deserve that, and I love you anyway. Because, friend, whatever it is that's happened, it's not about deserving what happened. What happened, happened. And you can love yourself anyway and really allow yourself to explore what all of this is bringing up for you. And then end your letter with, I love you, I forgive you, I release you. Make this a practice, friend. Every week, write a love note or leave yourself a voice note to the version of you who didn't know what she knows now. No more punishing yourself for learning and growing. Instead, pour compassion, grace, and understanding into yourself. And step two, replace condemnation with compassion. Every time a shame thought creeps in, try this instead. Say, that was a hard moment, but I showed up with what I had, and now I choose to love myself anyway. This is a beautiful mantra that you can say to yourself to recognize the hard moment, honey. Because listen, we cannot downplay that this life comes with some hard moments. So acknowledge it, allow it to have its own space to breathe, but also give yourself credit for showing up and choose to love yourself even more anyway. If you can really put these into practice, you can even take it a step further and do what I like to call forgive forward, which is when you release someone else from the story, not for them, but for you. And you can do that by affirming, I free you from my future because I am done living in the past. Friend, the more that you can practice releasing at the end of every week, whether it is releasing yourself or others from things that they've done so that you're not carrying all that dead weight around, the more that you can replace condemnation with compassion, the more freedom you can experience so that you actually have room to let in all of the love and beauty your heart desires. Friend, you know there's more for you, more confidence, more clarity, more alignment. But somewhere along the way, you stopped asking yourself what you really want. And it's time to reconnect, to remember who you are before the doubt, the pressure, and the perfectionism took over. The main character energy journal prompts are your daily invitation to step back into your power, to get honest, to dream boldly, to see yourself again. This is where the identity shift actually begins. Not just with words, but with truth, with self-awareness, with you. Start your journaling journey today and write your way back to the most magnetic, aligned, and unstoppable version of yourself. You are not just chasing your next era, you are being her. Grab the main character energy journal prompts now in the link in the show notes, okay? And with that being said, let me pour into you real quick. Friend, you have punished yourself long enough. You've replayed the moments, the words, the silence. You've tried to rewrite the past in your mind 100 different ways. But here's the truth, my love. But here's the truth, love. She was doing her best. She didn't know what she knows now. She was operating from survival, from wounds, from trying to be loved, seen, or safe. You are not the mistake. You are the miracle that came through it. You were not meant to carry the guilt, the shame, the self blame like it's some badge of honor. You are meant to learn, to love, to rise, not in spite of it, but because of it. And that version of you that you've been running from, she's not the reason you failed. She's the reason you made it here. Forgive her, love her, free her, because the moment you do, you free yourself. So what if, instead of blaming her, you honored her? What if you said, what if you said, thank you for trying. Thank you for surviving. Thank you for keeping me going. And then what if you let her go? You are not here to keep reliving your pain on repeat. You are here to reclaim your power. Forgiveness isn't about the past. It's about making space for love, peace, and alignment because all of it's waiting for you. You are worthy of that kind of grace. So let it begin with you, my dearest. You know I love you so much. Please hear me when I say this. You were never meant to carry it all. Those mistakes, the moments you wish you could rewrite, they taught you, they grew you, but they were never meant to define you. Every single step, including the missteps, all of them got you here to where you are today. And even in this moment, even in this place, this isn't your final destination. So stop acting like it's over when we're only in intermission. Forgiveness, especially for yourself, is a sacred act of self respect. It's how you pack light and move forward free and full of grace. Just like Erica Badu said, honey, she was trying to tell us, bag lady, you gonna hurt your back. Dragging all them bags like that. We were never meant to carry all of this stuff. That's why she said pack light. And this is how you do it. So let it go, beautiful. Let the weight fall off your shoulders and watch how much easier it is to rise. You don't have to hold the pain to hold the lesson. Your next chapter is wide open, and freedom, she's been waiting for you to make room. Forgiveness is freedom. Grant these beautiful gifts to yourself today. And just like that, queen, another layer of your glow up activated. But don't just listen, live it. Because main character energy isn't just a vibe, it's a decision. And you just made it. Want to keep this energy going? If something in today's episode hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Fix another queen's crown. Share it, review it, or send it on with love. Whatever feels aligned. Your words, your stars, they help this message reach even more hearts and many more glow ups. When you share this show, you are not just spreading encouragement, you are reminding another woman she always had the power. We are rewriting stories, raising standards, and showing the world what empowered love really looks like. So remember, when you show up for you first, everything else aligns. Until next time, walk in your power, love out loud, and keep showing up like the main character you were born to be. Say it with me now. I am the main character of my life. I lead with love and I rise on purpose. All right now, friend, let's go. Your era isn't coming, it's arrived. And you already know how we do it around here. We don't settle, we shine. All because together we can encourage over everything.